Welcome back to the Side Squad Podcast, guys.
Yo.
We have new champions.
Is it me?
The Tampa Bay Lightning
It's not me.
has secured the dub, barely.
The greatest hockey team of all time.
I don't know if I go that far.
Of the year 2020.
But they
I don't know
did
anything
look
about
good.
hockey.
So
They did
if you
look
think
good.
about it percentage-wise, I think the Golden Knights would have the best win percentage out of
Woo! Go Golden Knights.
any hockey team.
I mean, probably.
But guess what? They still have no Stanley Cups to their name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sad.
But the Lightning don't have 27, so
This is true.
very true.
It's alright. We'll just wait till my boys up in Seattle decide to join. It's over for the rest of y'all.
you might have competition then, Ben.
No.
But yeah, Tampa, Stanley Cup champs. Tampa's kind of booming with their sports right now.
Yeah, they really are. They got...
The Rays were one today. They're the one seed. And then you got Tampa's in first place, and they're looking really good right now.
And before the NFL season started, the Buccaneers won free agency.
Yeah.
But now that the NFL season started, that's kind of a big question mark.
I don't think so. I think Tampa's looking really good right now. But we'll get to them later.
Yeah. Speaking of finals, guys,
Yeah.
finally the NBA finals.
I can't remember the next part of it. I was trying
Right, though, I mean,
to do the NBA.
NBA on ESPN.
It's the NBA on ESPN.
Sadly, we do not get a Lakers-Celtics final.
We do not, but I think we get a pretty good finals, though, I
This
think.
is the finals that I wanted.
This finals is actually pretty hot.
Ha! Very hot.
Ha, ha, ha.
I think only one team's going to be really bringing the heat.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
The Lakers?
Oh,
No, wait, we're not talking about the Rocket City Trash Pandas?
We're not talking about Rocket City. We're talking about the team that beat the Rockets.
Jump City?
No.
Lakers Heat NBA Finals.
yeah.
Oh, the Lakers. The Lakers going to win.
So I actually don't think the Lakers are gonna win. I have the Heat winning it in, what did I say, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. LA takes 2 victories. Game 6.
I will say this. I think Miami matches up the best with the Los Angeles Lakers. They have the size to be able to guard Anthony Davis or at least slow him down. They have veteran leadership like Andre Iguodala. Oh, just
Keep
playing.
talking.
Oh, okay. Guys like Andre Iguodala, who has guarded LeBron in the finals before.
Speaking of Andre Iguodala, what is it, 6 straight? 8
Yeah,
straight?
he's made 6 straight NBA
6
finals.
straight.
LeBron has made 9 of 10.
It's pretty damn good.
That's very impressive. But, yeah. I worry about the Lakers' perimeter defense, which has been better. But when you got 2 elite shooters like Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, they're going to be X factors. It's going to be important for the Lakers that guys like Kyle Kuzma and KCP step up to the plate, put some points up on the board. Danny Green needs to make some big shots in this series. I will give the advantage to the better duo. I will give the advantage to the Lakers and Anthony Davis and LeBron because that's been the difference all year. And I think they'll be just good enough to beat the Miami Heat in 6 games. But it's going to be a very competitive, I think it's going to be a very defensive final.
I also have the Lakers winning it in 6, and I'm the only one that has predicted the Lakers winning this very first game.
Yes, I think the Heat will come out firing. They'll be motivated. Heat had a little bit longer of a rest. So I think the Heat will just be ready to go. But in the long run, you have to win 4, not 1.
See,
Don't bet against LeBron.
I have learned time and time again. I did it most of the playoffs. I said the Lakers were not good enough to win the fight to even get to the finals. I said Portland, it was going to go 7 with a chance to lose, and they beat them in 5. I said the Rockets could give them fits with their small ball lineup, which gave them fits in the regular season. That didn't happen. And I said, I don't know, the way Denver's playing, the way they shoot the ball, Nikola Jokic will be a handful. And they beat him in 5.
I thought that once they were down 3-1 that it was going to happen.
I thought it was too. I really did. When the Lakers were up 3-1, I was like, "Fuck, damn it!"
I'm actually kind of with Mr. Duncan over here. I think the Heat are going to take it. I just think because there's just more options, and
Right.
we haven't seen anybody on that team. I mean, shoot bricks like Danny Green, or just kind of not show up like a Kyle Kuzma.
Right.
Right.
I think that's going to be the difference maker.
Oh yeah, and I think that is the X factor for the Miami Heat is that they're a better shooting team than the Lakers. It's like literally for me, I can dive into all the statistics because if you go into the statistics and the actual team aspect, if you look on paper, Miami Heat is a better basketball team than the Lakers. But the difference for me is they have two of the top 5 players in the NBA, and that's just going to be a handful in itself. LeBron is more experienced in this situation. LeBron James. He is the best player in the NBA. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. He is obviously very experienced in these situations, and I think that's just the X factors. I don't know if anybody on that team can like truly stop LeBron and Anthony Davis. Can make him uncomfortable, but not truly stop him for a full game, let alone a full series.
My biggest thing is LeBron and AD score a lot, but they score twos. The Heat have a more wide open range for scoring threes, so I have Heat going in 6, but I think the only way the Lakers will win is in a Game 7. I think they're going to have to push it to Game 7 in order to win.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But it'll be very entertaining.
It's the size for the Lakers is going to be crucial in this series. Alex Caruso is going to have to step up his defensive game. He's probably the best perimeter defender on that team. And Danny Green's going to have to bring that leadership again like he did last year. So we'll have to see. I'm very nervous.
Heat in 6.
Heat in 6.
Heat in 6.
Lakers in 6.
He just has a better team overall, man. You may have two of the top 5, if that's what you believe, in the league, right? 2 of the top 5 players in the league on your team. But then look at the other guys on your team. They're like not even top 100 if you on their starting.
Yeah,
So if you look at Danny Green, he's not a top 100 player in the league.
No.
He's a starter.
No, but I'll give Danny Green this. He can make big shots. The Lakers
miss them very easily.
Well, yeah, I could say the same about Duncan Robinson. He didn't shoot very well against what was it, game 5 that they lost. No one shot very well on that team. Celtics gave the idea if you can just slow down the shooting, you're gonna have a chance to win the basketball game. And I understand that was a bad game. Everyone has bad games, but still, like you take advantage of those weak points. The Lakers have only lost 3 games the entire. Like everyone talks about the dominating run by the Heat. The Lakers themselves have only lost 3 games. So I mean, they're obviously just as strong of a unit. And the one thing I will say is that their shooting has been getting progressively better from the time the bubble started to where they are at now. I think KCP's been shooting a little bit better. Danny Green is going to have to step up. I will say that. He has been kind of in the standstill. But there's another player I was going to mention, but I forgot. Oh, Dwight Howard. He's going to be an X factor too. Because you can have forces in the paint. You can have him guard Jay Crowder, take that away. You're going to have LeBron guard Jimmy Butler, and I think that'll take away his playmaking ability. So I mean, the thing you're just going to have to stop is Duncan and Tyler Hero. If they can stop those guys, or at least slow them down, because I truly don't believe that they can like truly stop them. But if you can slow them down, the Lakers will win this series. But it's going to come down to the shooting.
And when you say that, whose shooting do I trust better?
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
trust the Heat.
No, and that is just it. But you know what? I've seen LeBron turn it up. I saw him turn it up in Game 5. Anthony Davis can shoot the 3-ball pretty damn well himself. So it's not like the Lakers don't have options to score. They just need more consistency from the role players.
All right, I just want to turn to something, though.
Okay.
A song back from 2015 by the one of the greatest rappers ever.
Froggy Fresh?
Froggy Fresh.
Why is James crying? Because he just got dunked on?
That's a good one, but we're not talking about that
Jimmy
one.
Butler's your father?
Jimmy Butler is your father. But whose father is Jimmy Butler in that song? LeBron James.
No, stop it.
So therefore, I think Jimmy's just gonna, with his coffee company, he's gonna get some beans in him. He's gonna be blaring this song. He's just gonna, have that atmosphere of, I am LeBron's father, and he's gonna come in, and that's gonna be the difference.
Well, wait, so wasn't Jimmy Butler considered not as good before he was on the Heat?
So, he started out on, what, the Bulls?
The Bulls.
The
And
Bulls,
he was
really
considered,
great.
he was considered top 10 in the league when he was on the Bulls.
Then he kind of stuttered a little bit. Went to a team that he didn't get along with. Went to another team he didn't get along with.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's with the team
that he loves.
Yeah.
And look what's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's a top player in the league again.
Thus proving that Karl Anthony Towns, pardon my language, ladies and gentlemen, but Karl Anthony Towns is a pussy.
Well,
So
and
it's Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yes,
Joel
facts.
That he's
Embiid.
played with, so
He needs. Yeah.
Yeah, notice how the two biggest pussies in the NBA
Yeah.
got in a fake fight.
yeah.
Wuss.
And he had to play with two of the biggest bitches in the NBA
Exactly.
on his team. Come on.
Exactly. And then
Can't fault him.
no, Jimmy was never the problem.
Jimmy was never the problem.
Jimmy was never the, and I will agree with that.
And I like.
I remember different conversations on this pod, but okay.
Jimmy, so the media spin it.
Yeah.
That Jimmy was the problem, but after Jimmy left, the problem.
But okay,
Problem continued.
even with that Jimmy Butler has not been the reason for all these problems, he's still going up against LeBron. If it's Jimmy on LeBron, he's LeBron. LeBron's the greatest.
Right.
LeBron's one of the greatest of all time.
But
for a reason.
it's not going to make it. It's not going to eliminate Jimmy Butler. Is what it is. Like LeBron's not going to eliminate Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's not going to eliminate LeBron as much as the joke is.
Well, I would.
Bam Adebayo and an Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I know that.
And that's going to be another great matchup.
Yeah, and like I said, I now in terms of trusting who I trust more to make stops, I trust AD to stop Bam more than I do the other way around. And then I trust LeBron to stop Jimmy Butler, vice versa. But like I said, I think at this point we can say with the talent that we have, you're not going to truly stop any of these players for a full game, let alone a full series. It's just limiting to what they can do, putting them in situations that they are not comfortable with. If you can force Duncan Robinson to create separation, because he's not very good at creating separation, he's a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Top 3 in the NBA in catch and shoot. Maybe even the second best behind Klay Thompson. So you take that away. You force Bam Adebayo. You man up on him. Anthony Davis is obviously very capable of it. He is the second best defensive player of the game, not named Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then LeBron is LeBron. He can guard anybody on the court, and he would have the favorable matchup. So, and eliminating Jimmy Butler's playmaking, because that's the one thing LeBron's going to have to be tasked with. So it'll be interesting. There's so many interesting key points to watch in this game. I think the difference for Miami is Duncan and Tyler Hero. The difference for the Lakers is Danny Green, KCP, or Kuzma, or literally just anybody who decides to want to score more than 15 points on that team.
Anybody besides their team, which is AD and LeBron.
That's their whole team. I've been doubting them all postseason. I'm not gonna do it now. LeBron and AD will bring the Lakers a chip. For Kobe.
See, and you know what's interesting is back around 2017 was Jimmy Butler's last season with the Bulls, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it would have been 2016, I think, because Jimmy Butler was traded to the Timberwolves when I was a junior in high school.
See, because I'm trying to think, because me and Duncan were in marketing class.
Nope. You were right. It was 2017. Because I remember my senior year. That's when he was with the Timberwolves.
Yep.
That was a disappointment. And then I was in college, my freshman year of college, when he was with, or like whenever when he was with the 76ers.
Because this is his first year with the Heat.
Right.
But back then, Jimmy Butler was, just not the option for the Bulls because of his age and whatnot. That wasn't where they needed to go. But I think it's funny that Jimmy Butler might be the deciding factor of if the Bulls are picking up a superstar or not. Crazy facts for you right now. Because if Jimmy Butler wins, right, the Heat win, then AD might want to go back to Chicago.
I saw a thing the other day that somebody was thinking about going to the Lakers. Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo.
Yeah.
But he's also thinking about going to the Suns.
I heard the Timberwolves might make a move for him too. Trade their first overall pick to get Victor. I would love that.
Man, where's LaMelo gonna go then?
By the way, Timberwolves have said that it's more likely LaMelo than Anthony Edwards, which makes me sad. Because I want Anthony Edwards. We need a shooting guard.
Fair.
Anyway, it seems like we've gone from so many sports to a lot of sports starting to wrap up here. Yeah. The MLB has started their postseason.
Depression, sadness.
By the way, the Yankees just won.
Routed the Indians, which is a bummer because on my other podcast I said the Indians were going to go to the World Series, so that's not a good start.
12-3.
But yeah, the MLB starting with fans, right? With fans.
No, not until the championship series and the World Series. That's when they'll allow fans in their respective cities, which I believe will be LA and Arlington, and the World Series is in Arlington.
All right, but hey, fans are coming soon. What matchup are you guys looking forward to most here in the opening round?
It's Blue Jays Rays, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that matchup. The 1 and the 8 seed, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
I want the Blue Jays to clutch it out, and to upset the Rays, because the Blue Jays are my favorite baseball team. Fun fact.
I'm kind of looking forward to the Cubs and the Marlins just because I think they'll match up well.
Same. I got Braves Reds. I think that'll be an interesting match. I think the Reds will actually beat the Braves. In a best of 3 series where you can't have any slip ups, the Reds are heating up with the bats at the right time. They probably have the best starting rotation of pitchers in Major League Baseball. I think they're capable of slowing down those really hot Atlanta bats. I also think the Marlins are going to upset the Cubs too, by the way. So we're going to have a
boo.
I do.
Boo.
Cubs are a little overrated in my opinion. I think their hitting is not up to par.
We just had a bad month, okay?
It's kind of been a bad year for some of your top stars.
I mean, we started... the first half of the season, we were up, something like 2010 for wins for the first half.
The Cubs have a team batting average of 207. I looked it up today. That's an ugly number. And they play in a very bad division. That's why they
threw
first place.
1 of 2 of the no-hitter.
And this is true, and that is awesome. The 2 no-hitters were by Chicago teams.
Huh. Mm-hmm. But are the Cubs better than the Twins?
Are the Cubs better than the Twins? Well, at this point, I don't know anymore.
The Twins actually beat the Cubs in the last series, so...
Well, right, yeah, but in terms of who's going to actually...
we're in the playoffs now, so the Twins are not going to show up.
Yeah, the Twins are really about to go on an 18-game playoff losing streak. Woo! I hate this team with a fiery passion.
As wearing Twins hat?
Yep, I can't do it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm converting to the Blue Jays. In fact, I'll be right back.
See? Everybody should be Blue
Jays.
Is
Ethan going to convert to the Blue Jays, too? He has a Blue Jays hat. Are we just gonna have 3 Blue Jays fans?
Hell yeah!
Within our friend group.
Hey.
The game I'm most excited for. I just had to try to defend my Cubs a little bit, even though that was probably right. But, anyways, Oakland, Chicago on the American League side. That one, I think Chicago coming in at that 7th seed is going to surprise a lot of people because Chicago is really good. I'm hoping that a Chicago team will win the World Series. That's where I'm at now.
Do you think a Chicago team can win the World Series?
Do I?
Yeah.
White Sox are the only shot, and I do think they can.
What if we had an all-Chicago World Series?
That would be lit. I would love that.
But then it'd be in Texas.
Such a bummer.
Because instead of going from the north side of town to the south side of town for travel, like it normally would, it would be Texas.
Is there a second Canadian MLB team?
There used to be. It used to be the Montreal Expos, but they are now the Washington Nationals.
Ooh, I wanted to be a Canadian.
All Canadian MLB finals.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny.
I would love to see Twins play the Brewers, but they have to win their series to do that, which isn't going to happen. And the poor Brewers have to play the Dodgers, which is rough.
Hey, Brewers will upset people though. We've learned that over the years. Not against the Dodgers.
Not the Dodgers. But I'll ask that question: who's winning the World Series, guys?
Chicago.
Dodgers.
The Padres.
I'm just going to say Chicago. That's where I'm at.
Chicago
needs a win because we haven't had one in sports since 2015.
Oh no, you poor thing!
And we're not, and it's not like we're Minnesota, which is notorious for being garbage.
No.
We're Chicago.
Oh,
we're
I'm
the
so
land
sad
of
for
champions.
you. It's about as petty as that's about as petty as those Boston men. We haven't won a title in 100 and some days. Fuck off. Shut up. Whether it wasn't your Chicago, by the way, fact, the last Chicago team to win a title was 2016. That was the Cubs, but I know what you mean.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, sorry, 2016. I'll give you an extra
2016.
year. And let's talk about his favorite football team, the Patriots. Can we talk about that? Because if it wasn't for his Patriots, there'd be a Super Bowl championship banner on this wall right now. There'd be a banner on that wall right now.
Well, to be fair, I mean,
you can get
John
Eagles
could hang a
What's
Super
You
Bowl.
get Eagles one.
I don't want to get an Eagles one. I'm upset with that football team right now. They make me look dumb.
But they are he's slowly converting you. Your roommate slowly converting you. To
No, because they have disappointed me. Carson Wentz's a bum, but we'll get to that later.
Do you still think that the Eagles will beat the Packers?
Do I?
Yeah.
Fuck, no. Oh, no. We'll get to that when we get to football, but no. Oh, God, no. I think the Packers are the...
Best team in the NFC.
I'll get to that later, because I think it's them and another team, and I think they're very comparable.
I will also make my comments on your Packers thoughts.
So speaking of football,
Oh, are we just in football?
well,
college
college
football.
football first.
Oh!
There are some upsets.
Football
so,
junior.
The rankings kind of fucked up.
Oh, the
Kind
college...
of fucked up.
I'll be honest with you guys, I have done a bad job with my college football stuff. The main thing I'm kind of doing right now is just looking up prospects for the draft, because this whole college football year is so messed.
Anyway, college football, be whack, yo.
Yeah, so LSU,
Yeah,
There's a bunch of
Miles
upsets.
Brennan is not Joe Burrow.
no, not at all. LSU, was upset, actually. By what was the team?
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Unranked.
Unranked. But they are now 16th in the nation.
But they were unranked.
They
and
were
what,
unranked.
And what were the LSU?
LSU was...
Two?
Number six.
Six,
Number
yeah.
I have
six.
no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give LSU this. They were without their two best athletes on that football team, but I mean, when you're they're the first reigning national champs not win their opener since 1996.
Yeah.
That's so rough.
It's kind of funny.
All right, LSU, you got your natty. Now back to where you've been, just
Yep.
fringe.
Another big upset was the Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, so didn't Oklahoma get
Yeah,
upset?
for the second year in a row, they lost to Kansas State.
Yeah, like, come on, man. They're
Yeah.
ranked number 3.
Big 12 is
Who's
just
number- Clemson. Why did I even ask that? I'm like, who's number one?
Clemson.
Yeah. It's always
The Big 12 is the most overhyped piece of garbage in college football, maybe even in sports, maybe ever
that's
in
fair.
in all of college football.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, because Oklahoma is gonna be good, I guess,
yeah.
but Texas could barely beat a Texas Tech team that nearly lost to Houston Baptist. What? So, yeah, and they don't play defense in the Big 12, and that's why they get shellacked every year by Alabama and Clemson, who have defense.
So, how is the soon-to-be Vikings' new quarterback looking?
Oh, Justin Fields? He hasn't played yet. There's
I was talking about Trevor.
no, I know. There's no chance the Vikings get Trevor Lawrence. But Trevor Lawrence has been good. He's been as good as he can be. I mean, they haven't really played any tough opponents, so
They
it's...
just muted Trump's mic.
Oh
Oh my god.
my.
Oh, I love that.
He's still trying to talk at Joe
Of course he's still trying to talk.
So is that the debate?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the debate.
Oofda.
Trump looks like he's about to try to fight someone.
But we're going to punch Joe Biden in the face.
Just like Ethan's uncle.
Joe. Oh, there's his...
Oh, Ivanka! How cute. Oh, look at that little shoulder shake. That's
COVID. They can't
That's
make
true
out.
love right there.
Oh,
Look at that.
Aw. Look
That's
at that
a true couple right
embrace.
there.
true. We could...
So do you guys want to move on to real football?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's move on to real football.
Yeah. Football that's not messed up right now.
Well, we're not gonna really have much of real football on Thursday, though.
No. Yeah, that's gonna
What?
be... That's gonna
Wait,
be
who's the
awful.
Broncos quarterback?
It's gonna be
Brett
Brett
Rippon.
Brett
Brett Rippon versus Sam Darnold?
Brett
What?
Rippon's gonna get the dub. The Broncos defense is 20 times better than the Jets defense.
We're going
Brett Rippon is
we're
better
going
than
from
Josh
Lamar
Rosen
Jackson, Patrick Mahomes to that game.
Hey. It's going to be a better game than Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson shit the bed.
Of course he did.
Neither of these teams are going to shit the bed because they're both already shit.
I saw a meme, right? And it was
they already did shit the bed.
I saw a meme, right? And it was like, imagine, this is what it would look like if Lamar Jackson played for the Chiefs, and it was Patrick Mahomes handing the ball up to number 8.
I saw that.
That's so tough. Oh, yeah. So Thursday night, are we talking about Thursday Night Football?
Yeah.
Whoever made the schedule for Thursday Night Football this year, I'm calling for their job.
So here's the thing, though.
I'm leaving it at that.
You know whose contract is up at the end of the season? ESPN's. Look at the ESPN games on Monday night.
Yo, could we just start a broadcasting station and place a bid for the Thursday night?
Dude.
The Sci Squad Pod Thursday Night Football.
It's really annoying that the Thursday Night Football is only going to NFL Network these first couple games, though.
Yeah. And I don't know why they're doing it that way. Cause
I don't. But the only way
they
I can
lose
watch
so many viewers.
Right, the only way I can watch is on my phone.
To be fair, though, I mean, is anybody really,
Yes, I've watched.
I've
was gonna say,
I've watched every single game, actually.
I've watched.
Jags versus Dolphins.
I have to.
Delivered. What was that? Joe Burrow versus
I did watch Bengal, yeah.
What was the first
Thursday Night Football.
The first one was
the
Bengals
kickoff.
Browns, and Thursday was the kickoff, but
Yeah,
that's
it
not
didn't count.
No.
because that's on
Okay.
him. Yeah, but yeah, this game's gonna be awful. It's just I don't really need to talk about.
Sometimes it's kind of fun though when two bad teams play each other.
It's
That's gonna just like
Weird-
that
weird-
Chicago Atlanta
Fantasy
game last
points.
week.
Fantasy points.
Weird-
Fantasy points.
weirdly, those are like where we get the best games of the week, which is shit teams. It's just so out of pocket.
Well,
No
because when we
defense.
get two good teams against each other, it just seems like somebody doesn't show up. AKA Monday night this week.
I'm gonna talk about Lamar Jackson later.
I know. We're waiting.
But what we're talking about Thursday night, we might as well go back to last Thursday night.
Yep.
Fitzmagic was on fire.
Yeah, he was.
Fitzpatrick is such an interesting quarterback because he could throw 5 touchdowns next week and it wouldn't surprise me, but he could throw 5 interceptions next
Wouldn't
week.
surprise me at all.
No.
Exactly.
Well, it's kind of like the Jameis Winston effect. I mean, he went 30-30 for a reason.
Hey, I'll say this about Ryan Fitzpatrick: is he not the best backup quarterback in NFL history?
No, he's not.
I just want to say this is about Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Jags' defense is awful.
This is fair. I mean, C.J. Henderson, who was their best defensive player, did not look good.
Fitzpatrick is not the best in history because one literally won a Super Bowl.
I mean, this is fair. But the thing is, well, yeah, I guess Fitzpatrick does start at times. But
He's number 2. We'll put him at number 2.
Yeah.
Although he is the greatest con artist in the history of the NFL.
See, I think we're having the wrong debate of who the best quarterback is of all time. It's about who the best backup of all time is. That's the debate where everyone's missing out on.
That's true. Nobody. I don't hear it.
I'm just gonna introduce it. I'm just food for thought. Who's the best backup QB of all time? I want your answers next week.
All right, next week.
Nick Foles.
You talk about Nick Foles, former team Nick Foles, that he won a Super Bowl on the Eagles. Dude, Eagles are not good this year.
No.
Carson Wentz.
Eagles are struggling.
Carson Wentz ain't a top 5 quarterback, Noah.
Nope, he's not even top 10.
When are they going to put Jalen Hurts in?
That was my next question.
Nope, not for a
Carson
while.
would have to get hurt.
Carson would have to get hurt for that to happen. They're not going
Yeah,
to
but-
Carson Wentz.
I really feel I am going to cut the Eagles slack.
They are.
They had one of the best offensive lines last year,
And
but
they're
then
all hurt.
3 of them are not playing this season.
And they have no one to throw to right now.
Actually, according to pass block win rate, the Eagles have the 7th best line in the offense in the league,
even with their backups.
even with their backups.
Mhm.
Whack.
That's just showing. If you've watched any Carson Wentz is underthrowing the ball, overthrowing the ball.
Yeah, no, he's just not.
Holding onto the ball too long.
Yeah, he's just not.
Nope, like
Not playing
there's.
quarterback.
Yeah, no, I can't really make a whole lot of excuses for him. I mean, I watched him against the Rams. He looked bad against the Rams. And outside of Aaron Donald bringing a lot of, a few pressures, that's just what Aaron Donald's gonna do.
Eagles need to trade for Gardner Minshew.
No.
No.
7th round pick for Gardner Minshew.
Gardner's with a 4th or 5th pick at this point. 4th or 5th rounder.
You gotta send it out. Just see if it happens.
So now you have 4 quarterbacks on your roster.
Yep.
I don't know. And honestly, the Eagles might still be fine because they play in the worst division in football.
Yeah, that's the sad thing.
The Eagles are only half a game out of the win. Out of
first place.
Yeah, out of first place, which is ridiculous.
Realistically, the division's still going to come down to Dallas, who I think is not very good, and Philadelphia's also not very good.
Well, but you could argue
Washington.
that the Washington football team...
Washington football.
They're already...
Statistically, Dwayne Haskins is still the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Hey, did you hear what Ron Rivera said today?
What?
He's not going to accept that from Dwayne Haskins. He is not afraid to put it back.
Okay.
Kyle Allen.
To be fair, Kyle Allen did play really good for 5 days.
On the Giants.
On the Panthers.
He had a couple okay games.
Yeah, he had a couple good games, and he was trash the rest of the
A lot
rest
better
of the
than
way.
Dwayne Haskins, though.
But
Right, and that's why the Washington will not win the division, and they're suffering injuries on the defensive side of the football.
Chase Young will be okay.
Well, yeah, but Ioannidis is also out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah,
But they still have Ryan Kerrigan.
they do. Isn't Ryan Kerrigan hurt too?
I don't
Probably.
think so.
I feel like everyone's hurt.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, Lord. But, Washington will not win it. Giants will certainly not win it. I think Philadelphia will be fine. The problem is, though, have you seen their next 3 games?
All L's.
Who are they?
Niners, Steelers,
L.
and Ravens.
L.
It's not looking good for Philly. I don't even know what to think of Philly at this point. It's not even just Carson Wentz who's playing bad. The whole team is just playing bad. Like, that's just not a good football team.
I propose to take the whole NFC East out of the playoffs.
Oh, Lord. Yeah,
Replace it.
The winner of that division may win 7 games.
Hell
Have
yeah.
a losing record.
Yes.
Right.
Squeeze in there.
Yeah, and then
the 4 seed.
Didn't I say that there was going to be a team with a losing record making the playoffs this year?
Because of the extended playoff.
Go back to the archives.
Yeah. We can play. Speaking of archives, who did I say was going to step it up?
Who?
Mitch Trubisky.
The benched Mitch Trubisky?
Who stepped it up for the first couple games? Mitch Trubisky. Who did not have that bad of a game, but still got benched? Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky was
Who's the future Jaguars quarterback?
Mitch Trubisky.
I'd rather have Gardner Minshew. Straight up.
Well, where do you think Gardner Minshew's going?
Would have thought.
Chicago. Or the Eagles, one of the
Chicago really about to waste Gardner Minshew.
I think they're going to flip back and forth because once we all know Nick Foles is a starter, it's not Nick Foles as a backup.
That's what I actually wanted to talk about.
And so I think that Nick Foles is going to start a couple games. They're not going to do that great, right?
And then they're going to go to Mitch Trubisky and still not be great. And then they won't be great again because the Bears are such a shit show at the quarterback position. They have the worst set of quarterbacks. I mean, yes, Dwayne Haskins is the thing. I promise I'm not crying. I was just yawning. I'm wiping my eyes.
Sure.
You're crying because you know
from
in your heart that you can't hate on Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, I can. He is dog shit. He is so bad. He had one good quarter against a really bad Detroit defense, and then he had a semi-decent game against the New York Giants.
Can you say that Detroit's defense is really that bad?
It's not great.
If you shut down the best offense in the league?
Who's the best offense in the league?
Not the Cardinals.
I'm calling the Cardinals best offense.
I would not.
I would. If anything, that point was not. I know. I have my opinion who the best offense is in the league.
I remember a team with statistically the best offense in the league kicking Detroit's ass just like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Remember
I also remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, the team that's first in yards, points.
We're not talking about
yards per play.
Best offense. We're
no
talking about the
turnovers.
best offense on
Dropping
paper.
dimes.
Yeah, on paper, but it doesn't prove it's going to work.
Aaron
Rodgers?
Hey.
Aaron Rodgers without Devonta Adams
Pedialyte?
that killed the Saints. Al Lazard is the one of the highest rated wide receivers this year.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard has a perfect passer rating thrown to him, which is the highest by far among all receivers.
Aaron Rodgers the MVP this year?
close, but I'm going to say not quite. But it is a two-man race.
As of right now, I will agree Russell Wilson is playing a little better than Aaron Rodgers. But as a whole, I think the Packers team is better than the Seahawks.
I agree.
Because I feel like the Packers have a better run game. I think Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, and A.J. Dillon.
I think they have a significantly better defense.
And I think the defense is a big thing. I think the Packers have a better pass rush. Their secondary, Jerry Alexander, is still one of the highest-rated corners.
He is one of the best defensive players in football right now. Yep. He is playing like one of the best defensive players in the game right now. He's so good.
Our defense has been pretty... I mean, obviously, we've given a lot of points. That's without players like Kenny Clark and Christian Kirksey. But the Packers are the best team in the NFC.
I think collectively they are. In terms of what... I don't think it's hard to argue. The only thing with Seattle's awful. They just have Russell Wilson. That's why they're 3-0. Tampa... I'm starting to buy into Tampa a lot more, but I think...
Why? Because they beat an injury-riddled Broncos team?
No, because they also beat a really high-potent offense in Carolina. Well, okay, don't do that, because then we can talk... We were just talking about Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, don't give me that. Well, let's talk about the Bears, who are 3-0. Get that out of here.
They're down.
Yeah, no, I will discredit that. No, Tampa's looking good, but I still think the Packers are better at the moment. And then that leaves no other candidates. So, yeah, I would say the Packers are the best team in the NFC. I think they're legit. I think they're better this year than they were last year.
I think they are too.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're more legit last year.
Yeah, like if the Packers if the Packers were 13-3 this year, I would not say they're the worst 13-3 team ever. I would say, yeah, they are probably the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Or at least to get there.
And today on the Pat McAfee Show, because Aaron Rodgers is on there every Tuesday, he actually talked about how this offseason, he and Matt LaFleur got together, and they set the whole offense together as a team.
Well,
and I think that's why you're seeing all the unity that's going on that team, making them so
Yeah,
great.
Aaron Rodgers threw to 8 different receivers against the Saints.
Yeah, and his highest graded receivers were Lazard and Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
Against the Saints defense, who's I think is a good defense personally.
I did until I saw what Derek Carr and Aaron Rodgers did to them.
I think they were that great. I think they're overrated at this point.
I don't think the Saints are Super Bowl contenders.
I think the problem with the Saints is they're running a zone defense.
Well, then they need to stop running that, but it also needs to
But they only have Marshawn Lattimore that can run man. But I want to go back to the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears need to be the first team to just commit to having 2 starting quarterbacks a game. If they just started Mitch first half and then had Nick Foles come in, do cleanup work the second half, right, they would have the best chance. They would be a top 15 offense.
See, but how can you justify paying 2 quarterbacks?
They're already paying them. Might as well use them.
I would hate
Mitch
to.
is
If
done
I
at
was
the
Khalil
end of the
Mack,
year.
I would be like...
Well, I'm just saying for
go
this
back to
year.
the Raiders.
I'm just saying for this year.
Then are you really committing if it's just for one season?
Well, you are, because Nick Foles is not done it after this
Not
year.
making the playoffs, even?
They will.
I don't believe so. Don't believe so. I believe the Lions have a little bit better chance to make the playoffs than the Bears.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if they do the split quarterback thing, which they're not going to, they would have a high chance to get the very last wild card spot. Very last.
That's an argument, I guess.
Because you get a good quarter or 2 out of Mitch Trubisky. So if you just only have him play for a quarter or 2...
That's true.
And then you have Nick Foles, the greatest backup quarterback of all time, coming off the bench in the second half. He's gonna throw,
Well, Nick Foles didn't even look that great, though. That's the problem.
He threw 3 touchdowns. That's all that matters.
And a pick.
And a pick. You know what Mitch threw? A pick. 1 pick. Benched.
Do you know how many turnovers the Packers have total this year?
Zero. Zilch. They have 0.
Hey, it's because Aaron Rodgers is in the MVP race.
Because our offensive line is playing so good.
Yeah, they are. David Bakhtiari is the highest rated tackle in football so far.
Just wait.
Surprised by that,
just wait, though.
Not to tell who's second Andrew Whitworth.
Literally just wait, because what's going to happen is one offensive lineman is going to go down, and then the rest will follow. It happens to the Packers every year.
We're missing our starting guard. Then Taylor towards ACL.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rick,
Just wait.
Interesting stat I saw. So it was win percents on against pass rush. David Bakhtiari was not the highest rated in the league. You know who was? Rick Wagner, our new signing from Detroit.
Wow.
Corey Linsley, our center, was 1, the top center. Bakhtiari was 3, and Ricky Wagner was 2. And Elkin Jenkins, our guard, who was amazing last year, is the second guard right now.
That's crazy.
And Lucas Patrick, our other guard, who's filling in for Lane Taylor, was 11th.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
You have a lot to look forward to in this Packers team.
I'm really excited for this Packers team.
They're good.
Yeah, they are Super Bowl contenders.
Without question.
Yeah.
If the Super Bowl is Packers Chiefs this year,
So hyped.
that would be 1 year too late.
And you know what?
Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
That would be
I would take the Packers.
glorious.
I don't know about
But
that.
keeping it North, Lions beat the Cardinals, guys.
Yeah,
Are you guys surprised?
No. Well, I'm surprised, but I think it's a fluke. Don't give in to the Lions, Duncan. The Lions aren't good.
I've been giving
They're
them
not
all
good. They do this every time.
They beat the Cardinals, and I was really high on the Cardinals. Come on.
They do this every time. They're like, oh, the Lions do something good? No, Lions are bad. Cardinals had a bad week. The Cardinals, I honestly didn't watch the game. Cardinals will bounce back. Detroit's still bad.
Kyler threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
Kyler played bad. Kyler is the reason they lost. But Kyler just had a bad game, I think. But hey,
He did because the Lions secondary is bad.
at least
Very
the
bad.
Lions are better than the Vikings.
Yes. The Lions right now are better than the Vikings.
I think the Vikings are the second worst team in football.
second to whom's?
The Jets, of course.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And
about
then,
them.
because I think the Giants, they play in a worse division. They'll pull out a victory at some point, right? I could see the Vikings not winning.
The Giants are going to split with the Eagles.
There you go. They could split with the Washington football team too.
Nah, football team's winning.
If it was Giants, Vikings, I'd pick the Giants.
I would pick the Giants 9 times out of 10.
Wait, if the Giants play the Vikings right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we have that matchup this season?
No. No, Vikings would definitely beat the Giants.
I don't think so.
Giants.
I watched the Giants almost beat the Bears.
Yep. And
I've watched Kirk Cousins play football.
Yep, I've also seen the talent that the Vikings have as opposed to what the Giants have. Disgusting. As crazy as it sounds, I think Kirk Cousins is better than Mitch Trubisky.
That is true. And actually, the Vikings do a much better run game, which the Giants' defense is not.
Yes, and Justin Jefferson's playing well. Danielle Hunter's going to be back this week, so they get a better pass rush. The Vikings will get better. I still don't think they're a playoff team, but they're not going to be in contention for like the first overall pick, like all these Vikings, like all these Vikings fans think that they could get top 10 pick.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like if they go 6-10, but they're not the worst team in the league. The Giants are so bad.
The Vikings just need to go to the NFC South. Or the East, sorry.
Why would the Vikings play in the NFC East?
Because then they would be contenders.
But then who wouldn't be in the East?
Eagles.
Eagles go to the North?
That would
Eagles go to the
be
North.
so painful in terms of travel. It would make
Plus, the North, the NFC North, and the NFC East are two of those divisions where the teams are actually clumped together. You know, you get some divisions where like the fuck over here. But
Not really, because you have Dallas traveling to New York.
what
New Jersey.
What about the AFC East?
Okay, the AFC East, you have Boston flying to Miami. But just say it. The Vikings could make the playoffs and Vikings fans would be happy if they played in the NFC East.
Vikings fans are the most toxic fans in football, though.
They
Well,
really
yeah,
are.
They probably would be.
their whole motto is to just scream nonsense at people.
They talk the
It's
most shit for a team that hasn't won anything.
Instead of the Eagles, can we trade for the Washington football team? I'd rather have them in the North. Long term, yeah, I'd rather have them in the North.
Baseball.
Lord.
Another team that killed it, the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think that the Indianapolis Colts are that fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think
Offensively, they're not.
I think they're playoff contenders. I think they will win their division.
I do not.
It's going to be tight between them and the Titans, but I think
I think Titans will win. I think they can make the playoffs with
I
the
think the
expanded
Colts will make
playoffs.
it.
Yes.
um,
That defense is pretty good, though, for Indy. I was very wrong about their
Yeah.
defense.
defense killed it. Granted, it's to the Jets, Or the Jags?
Jets.
Jets. To the Jets, the worst team in football.
They allowed a shit ton of points to the Jags, though.
I mean, not really. What was the final score of that game?
Couldn't tell you.
30. Well, Jags won.
Somebody look it up. My phone's.
Yeah, I mean, Jags won, but
Thought it was like
also, Gardner Minshew had the best
31-30.
game Gardner Minshew had ever had against that team.
True.
And Philip Rivers was on a new team. He threw 2 picks. Philip Rivers was on a team he'd never played with before.
it was 27-20. So the Colts only lost by a touchdown, and then they killed the Vikings, killed the Jets, and they're probably
Who do they play this week?
they play the Bears,
Who do they play next week?
the Browns,
Another
Oh
dog.
God! Who do they play the week after that?
the Bengals,
Another
Oh God! Who do they play after that?
the Lions,
Another dog.
No! Who do they play after that?
the Ravens,
Okay, we're fine.
and then the Titans,
Okay, we're good.
and then the Packers,
Fine.
Okay.
and then the Titans again,
Okay.
and then the Texans,
Yeah.
then the Raiders,
Then the
and then the Texans again, and then the Steelers, and then the Jags. Wow, that's a really from week like. That is a really awful 4-week stretch.
Yeah.
Ravens, Titans twice, and the Packers.
You know what is an interesting stretch? The 49ers right now, his schedule I think has been fairly easy this first half of the year. They have a rough stretch. I don't know. I can't remember this off the top of my head. Somebody should Google it for me.
I'm doing it right now.
But their end of their year, they get like, I think they get like Packers. It's like Packers, Seattle, Steelers, Seattle again.
Oh, I think Saints are also in there.
Saints. They have a rough stretch.
I'm gonna read off the rest of their schedule. So the next 2 games, Eagles, Dolphins. Okay.
2 dubs right there.
Then they gotta play the Rams, who are better this year.
Rams are good this year.
The Patriots on the road.
Patriots are good this year.
Seattle on the road.
Seattle.
The Packers.
Packers.
The Saints on the road.
Saints.
Rams on the
The
road.
Rams.
The Bills.
The Bills.
Washington football team. Cowboys. And then the Cardinals, and then the Seahawks again. That is brutal. And with all the injuries that they have, and when they're coming back, they may not be at 100% when, like, by the time everyone's coming back, they still got to get in the flow of things.
8-8.
Oh, I don't know. I'm loving it, though.
I do too.
See, but I think all this is gonna do is make San Fran extra scary next year.
Oh, and I'm sure. I mean, they can have their fun next year. I'm just going to have my fun this year.
There you go.
Mhm.
But, speaking of the Rams,
Yeah,
they almost completed that comeback.
they did.
That was a bad call, I think.
So too. But you know what? That makes up for our controversial offensive PI for Dallas.
That's fair.
Like, I mean, a couple weeks late, but I mean, it's in reality, someone would tell me it balances out, and I'm sure it does.
Josh Allen's still looking great, though.
Yeah.
I'd almost put him in the MVP race. Almost.
Bills are the 5th best team in the league.
No, I'm not gonna.
And the Rams are the 10th.
I wouldn't even argue against that. I think the Bills are a great team.
I'm kind of excited for Bills Patriots Part 1.
That'll be a good game.
I love the headlines. They
Although I
choose to take
do
out
not
of it.
like the Patriots matchup this next week.
Who do they play?
Kansas City.
Eek.
Hey, did you pick that? Did one of you guys pick that game?
Nope.
Okay, I'll tell you who wins. I think the Patriots take the dub.
No.
I think if the Ravens struggle as hard as they did against Kansas, I don't have
Hey,
faith the
Lamar
Patriots can.
Jackson
Better than Cam Newton.
cannot play against the Chiefs.
I am excited to see Cam Newton in his first
Lamar
game against the
Jackson
Chiefs.
can't play against teams that have
Yeah, we're gonna do okay.
good
This
running backs.
that will prove how good New England is.
I think New England can keep it close.
If they keep it close, it's a done dusted for me. New England's a playoff team. They don't even.
Stop lying, Fox News.
Well, they kept the Seattle game close,
Change it.
so
Yeah.
that gave me faith.
Yeah, and if they even keep it close, if they lose by like 1 score, for me, it's like, you know what? Patriots can be a playoff team. I already think they are now, but if they keep it close to Kansas City,
I think with
even
extended playoffs,
even in a losing effort, if they look good against Kansas City and Cam Newton looks good, and it's a battle the whole way, that should be a bright spot for the Patriots.
My only concern is Kim did not look good against Las Vegas.
Yeah, but they still, I mean, that's also because the running attack was very dominant, so I think they went to that a lot more. Didn't really need to go on the pass all that much, and Cam still had a rushing touchdown, so.
Cam personally said that the way he played in the Las Vegas game was terrible.
And you know what? And the fact that he owns up to that, he probably wouldn't have done that before. I think
Definitely
he has really embraced the Patriot way, and that's the difference for this team.
I really think that Cam Newton and the Patriots is just the match that nobody expected, but
It's working.
it's incredible.
Like this is a different Cam Newton. He has bought into what's going on, and I looked into more detail about it. And Cam Newton, he had issues with Carolina, like calling audibles, changing up the play call. He said in an interview when they lost against Seattle, he was like, "We're gonna win it the Patriot way," or he talked about how we're gonna win it because I trust Bill Belichick and this is the Patriot way. When would Cam Newton ever say that in Carolina? Never. This is a different Cam Newton. I am bought into Cam Newton being a good quarterback now. And I think New England's a playoff team. They're probably won't win the division, but they can split the Bills. I actually believe that.
See, my thing is I don't think the Patriots are going to do anything far in the playoffs this year, personally.
No, definitely not.
But I think next year when we actually have linebackers, and
all your players
offensive
that are
linemen,
yep.
I think that's going to be a team that can actually take some names.
Yeah.
That's only if we can get Cam re-signed.
I think the way if Cam continues to be how he's doing right now, I think he'll resign with the Patriots just because that's a good idea.
Nope, he's going to prize himself out of New England.
I don't think so. I think Cam's a change guy. I think Bill will talk Cam into staying somehow.
Cam's going to play good, and one team's going to offer him some money. He's going to see those dollar signs. He's going.
He's like, I could buy 7 chains that
I
my
can
grandma
get so
gave
many
me.
hats with this money. So.
Hopefully not. But I guess. I could see it that way.
But then Cam won't be as good, and it'll just further prove that Bill Belichick, greatest coach of all time.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this is the power move by Bill Belichick. He signed Cam Newton, just knowing he would make him good, so he'd sign with a different team. And if Cam plays bad, that makes Bill look like.
It does, really, yeah.
I don't know if that's actually the plan, but that is so Bill Belichick.
Well, see, I don't think it's the plan A, but I think it's the plan B.
It helps his cause.
But I also think that Bill Belichick could make it to the playoffs with Brian Hoyer at this point. So.
I mean.
My turn! You told me it was my turn!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Moving on to the final game, that was
It's my
Casey
turn.
versus
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson shit the bed.
Do you think that that's just a one-time thing, like a down thing, or do you think this is going to be the start of Lamar not being as good as Lamar was?
No.
So,
But I think something was shown.
is Lamar anti-clutch? Is that what this means?
I think it's going to be different the next time they play in the playoffs, but I think Patrick Mahomes is obviously better than Lamar Jackson.
Obviously.
But I think Lamar Jackson's going to do a lot better next time they play in the playoffs. I know they didn't get any preseason, they didn't get any time. Then they're playing the Chiefs pretty early in the year, so I think Baltimore's going to get better, and so will the Chiefs. But I think by the time that rolls around, AFC Championship game time, when it's Baltimore, Kansas City, which
Nope. Not going to buy into that.
not going to buy into it.
Tennessee.
Am I going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bills.
This does not derail what the Ravens can be. They may lose only like 1 or 2 more games the rest of the year. I'm just going to bring up the conversation. I'm just going to bring it up. Lamar Jackson is a system quarterback. That is what he is.
Force him to pass, he can't do it.
You put him in a situation. He is 0-6 when down by 10 at the half, or more at the half. 21-0 when he's leading. And if you look at his best passing games, his best passer rating, where he's had 2 perfect games, passer ratings, against 2 of the worst defenses in the NFL, Cincy and Miami last year. You look at his performances against team above 500, he has a QB rating of just below 80. Completion percentage below 50% against teams with playoff, or just below 55%, excuse me. When they drafted Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh was on the hot seat. He knew his job was on the line, so in order to make things good and to win, he changed the whole offensive scheme, went away from the rest of the pack with what the NFL's doing, and made it a run-first football team. Running back committee, coupled athletic receivers in the short that are good in short passing game. Now, Lamar Jackson can still be really good. He can still be a top 10 QB in the NFL. I'm just going to introduce the idea. I'm not saying he fully is a consistent quarterback. I just want to present that to the table next time he plays a team, in like a legit team, or if they meet up in the playoffs again, or if he meets up anybody in the playoffs, because again, he is 0-2 in the playoffs.
Mr. Olsen.
Me and Brendan said that last year, and you guys about killed us.
Yeah, and you know what? And that is fair, because you know what? Because I thought I would see progression with Lamar, because I knew this would be the point, and I'm open to admitting I'm wrong when I am. I did it with Carson Wentz, and I'll do it with Lamar Jackson. And I will say, Lamar Jackson is still like good. He is still really good. He will still put up great numbers. He will look great. Whatever. But the fact of the matter is, Kansas City is the superior. Lamar Jackson is the Peyton Manning to Patrick Mahomes is Tom Brady. That's how it'll always be. And if Patrick Mahomes is going on interviews saying, I don't want to keep getting compared to Patrick Mahomes, brother, you got to play better. Straight up, you have to play better. Now, was it all Lamar Jackson's fault that they played bad? Or that they lost? No. But as a franchise quarterback, you have to be, the pressure's on you, especially when you get all this praise when you're good. You have to get just as much criticism if you lose. We're doing it with Drew Brees. You know, we did it with Tom Brady in his first game because they deserve that because they're elite at what they do. So, I don't know, and I don't want to overreact to anything because it is the reigning Super Bowl champions, but this was a Kansas City team that is an awful run defense.
Does Lamar have a little brother?
I don't know.
Because if he's Peyton and Patrick is Tom, Eli Manning 2.0.
See,
Lamar's little brother could come in and beat Patrick Mahomes.
This would so work. Oh no, because he's not in the sports. Never mind. I was gonna say this would so work. This would so work if it was the other way around because of Jackson Mahomes. But
do you see Patrick Mahomes is now expecting? He's gonna be a father.
I did see that. Let's give a congratulations to Patrick and what's his fiance's name again? Brittany. Yes, Brittany Matthews. Congratulations, soon to be Brittany Mahomes. Good for them. That makes me happy.
Mahomes is just getting it all in 2020.
He's the only one having a good year.
So I want us to all collectively back down on what we were talking about when we were shitting on the Thursday night scheduling. Week 7, the Thursday night game is Chiefs-Bills.
See, that's interesting too because the first 4 weeks or I think it's 4 or 5 of Thursday Night Football are only on NFL Network, and those seem to be the worst matchups.
Yep, get those bad matchups on. Yep, let Fox get the good matchups.
And as soon as it's going to be on Fox, you get Chiefs Bills. That doesn't seem fair.
I'm not a numbers guy, but that doesn't add up.
I guess, and then week 9 you got Green Bay, San Francisco.
Which would be a fantastic game.
10 is Colts, Titans.
Ooh, that'll be a good
Colts,
game.
Titans will be a fun game.
11 is Cardinals, Seahawks.
Cardinals, Seahawks would be a fun
13
game.
13 is Dallas, Baltimore, which would have been a great game.
I still think it's going to be a fun game to watch.
Probably.
It's better than Browns, Bengals.
14,
No, it's better than Jags, Dolphins.
14 is Patriots, Rams.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. I'm excited.
Kind of sauce
That was supposed to be the Jer Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be the case anymore.
No,
that'll be a really good game.
Sauce. NFL Network. NFL. We see what you're doing. We see what you're doing.
Ooh,
NFL Network's the imposter.
Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a good game.
It is gonna be a good game. Divisional matchup on Thanksgiving. I know what game I'm watching.
Yeah.
Not the Lions.
Or the
Packers.
You're not. I'm gonna watch the Lions.
Packers sometimes do. I don't know. They might not. The Cowboys always play, and the Lions usually play.
Yep.
Oh, then the other game would be Pittsburgh-Baltimore. So,
but the Packers could play the Cowboys. No, not the Cowboys. It could be the Lions.
Hey, who knows?
We've done that before.
We'll get there when we get there.
Well, do you want to go into our predictions for this week then?
Week
4, we're after this will be a quarter of the way through the NFL season already.
That's so sad. So sad.
It's so quick.
But this Thursday.
This Thursday night, live
on
from
the
New
NFL
York.
Network. Yeah.
Is it from New York?
New Jersey.
No.
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos with the Brett Ripon, who was not even signed to their team week 1. He was on the practice squad.
I think it's funny though that Ripon's getting the start over Blake Bortles.
Bortles won't be ready. with all this testing and all that, according to Fangio.
I thought you got Bortles. Oh no, you did just get him this last week. I thought you got him 2 weeks ago.
No, so he won't be ready. But
So our predictions are for who's going to get hurt the most in this game.
the Broncos are going to continue on the injury wheel.
Bradley Chubb's still playing.
For
he
now.
is, but I mean he's one of the only ones. So on IR right now we have Von Miller, AJ Boye,
Yep.
Jarrell Casey out for the year, Elijah Wilson, Mark Barron, Cortland Sutton, D Walker, D Jones, Justin Strandon, Austin Ford, and then you don't care about the rest of the guys because they're not even.
And is that just out for the year?
No, just IR.
IR.
Oh, and not to
But
mention.
Cortland's
Well, not to mention.
out for the year.
Not to mention Drew Lock's hurt too.
Yep. Drew Lock's hurt. Philip Lindsay's hurt. At least Justin Simmons though. Oh, that's what's gonna happen. That's the next heartbreaker.
All right, it's going to be McKee Becton is going to get hurt for the Jets.
Okay.
And it's going to be who's the Broncos' top corner right now?
Bryce Callahan or
Michael Ojolama or something like that.
Who?
Callahan's not playing.
Sorry to burst your bubble. He's gonna
He's a rookie this year.
he's gonna tear his MCL.
We can't be down.
I think it'd be more fun if Jerry Jeudy got
We
hurt.
can't be down corner 1, 3, 4, and 5.
What? Jerry Judy's just exciting to watch though.
No, I know that's why him getting hurt would just be
Jerry
just a
Jeudy's
bummer.
already-
But that would be fitting if he got hurt.
Melvin Gordon
Yeah.
tears his ACL.
Oh fucking
Fuck that.
Lord!
Fuck that. I have Broncos winning this one, 24-7.
The Broncos are going to win this one because the Jets are horrendous. It's not Sam Darnold's fault, though. I don't know what I had, but I had the Broncos winning a close one.
21-20.
21-20, a really close one on Thursday night.
Because defense wins.
I am the only one that picked the Jets
Jets.
because I think that Sam Darnold has shown flashes of being good.
Oh, yeah, you see Kyler's
Adam Chase
highlight
is
plays
worse
are
than
amazing.
Jeff.
Oh, they're insane. If Patrick Mahomes were to do those things, the media would be all over it. Mekhi Becton's playing well. I don't know where the pass rush is going to come for the Denver Broncos. I mean, I understand that literally everything I say about the Broncos can be said about the Jets. I'm fully aware. I will just give this ugly game strictly due to QB matchup, and I will take Sam Darnold over Brett Ripien.
That's fair.
So 17-10 Jets because lol.
I think I have a similar score, but different team. I was gonna say 17-12.
Such a disgusting scoreline. But I mean, I could see it.
Hey, they're kicking a lot of field goals.
No, and I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
It's not the Titans.
I know. I think the biggest thing of why the Titans will win the division is because of how good Gostkowski turned around. But besides the point. Oh no, I didn't want to close that. I was looking at schedules, so I just closed the document. Sorry. I think this game is going to be a real barn burner, although it's not a high-scoring game. I think that the Jets are going to score one touchdown and then just miss the extra point.
Okay.
And then in the second half, score 2 field goals. But it'll look like they only kick field goals, especially because of how defensively matched up this game is. Because Sam Darnold is good. I'm not going to deny him of that. He's going to have one great drive. That's what's going to lead to that touchdown. And it's going to be the opening drive.
He doesn't get Crowder back this week.
Oh, he gets Crowder back? I'm not
Bradley
gonna change my
Bradley
score.
Chubb, guys. Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb. And, well, Justin Simmons is still there. Like, Justin Simmons is a really good safety. He will be able to make some moves to slow down some people.
By far the best player on our team right now.
Yo.
Wasn't the Jets' number one receiver last week like Braxton Barris or something?
It was somebody
Braxton
I never heard of.
Berrios, former Minnesota Viking.
Somebody I never heard of. And that says a lot.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Chad Beebe. Never mind.
Hey. Broncos has Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick, Noah Fayette, Nick Van Ness.
It's all young.
All young, but all talented.
I mean, but they're young, so
But they're
they're
talented.
gonna have better physicals than old men. Old men.
Like Rashad
Which-
Perryman and James Crowder.
But hear me out. The running back for the Jets is 85-year-old Frank Gore.
Hey,
But he looks the exact same as he did in his rookie picture in 2005.
you know who the running backs for the Broncos are this week?
Melvin Gordon, Philip Lindsay, and
Royce Freeman.
Royce Freeman.
It's gonna be. I think the Broncos have the better run game.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos have the better pass game. And the Broncos have the better defense.
17-12, Denver.
Alright. Well, moving from a shitty game to another shitty game, probably. Sunday Night Football is the Eagles at the 49ers. Both injury riddled. Could be interesting, I guess.
At the beginning of the year, this looked like a better game than it does
Yes.
now. Beginning of the year was like, whoa, Eagles 49ers. Like, oh, Eagles 49ers.
That's right.
It's like we think it's gonna be a close game for the wrong reasons
You
now.
want to flex that game out for something?
Oh, they're not in the flex yet.
They already flexed Broncos game week 5.
Oh, did they? I think that's when I think week 5 is when they can start flexing.
They should move Titans Steelers to the Sunday night game and then move.
That would be a good game. But,
There's another really good game this week, too.
even though 49ers have a backup quarterback,
Nick Mullins played good.
Nick Mullins
And
has played way better than Carson Wentz.
I've already seen so many things on Twitter, people calling for Nick Mullins to start over Jimmy G.
I have
It is
Twitter. It's kind of
ridiculous.
funny.
It's hilarious.
Well, see, but the difference is as starting quarterbacks, Nick Mullins is 4-5. Jimmy G has all of last year and his 6-0 stretch the year before. So I still would put Jimmy G above. But Jimmy G looked like hot garbage week 1 and then looked significantly better week 2 before getting injured. So it'll be interesting. But I think Nick Mullins is like the talent that's on a team that is going to just basically make tape for himself and probably get traded.
Fair, that's fair.
'Cause I think Nick Mullins could be a starting quarterback.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I think Nick Mullins could be a starting quarterback.
I guess we got Mitch and Foles, but
I'd rather have Foles than Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Well, just wait and see.
I guess we'll find out.
Granted, the Eagles are, I think, still one of the worst defenses. Quote me if I'm wrong.
Low-key, their defensive line is rated pretty high, but
Well, their defensive line should be rated high.
their defensive line player ratings are high, but as a group, they're not doing
Yeah,
that
they're not
good.
meshing.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. They have good players, they're just not doing good as a group.
Which is just weird, because you would think with Darius Slay there and that front 7, they should be excelling. Because look at what Darius Slay did with nobody else on the defense.
Hey, you'd think a lot of things.
And you would think Carson Wentz, almost winning an MVP not too long ago, playing really well last year and getting injured. He just needs to get injured. If Carson Wentz goes out for 2 weeks on injury, comes back, he'll solidify his case for.
Can't argue it.
I mean, honestly, that's probably true. Do you think he gets injured in this game?
Who's gonna? Well, actually, yes. Eric Armstead's going to sack him, and what's going to happen is he's going to sack him by pushing a blocking running back into him, which will cause him to twist his ankle.
It's going to be a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that every single game, it's the football guys like, all right, we can play football during a pandemic, but there has to be at least one sacrifice every single game.
Yep.
Well, see, and Chris, injuring Carson Wentz wouldn't be a sacrifice because it would make Carson Wentz play better when he comes back.
This is true, be a blessing in disguise.
Like, I think they need to just start finding ways to injure Carson Wentz before the season starts.
Jeez.
Anyway, Monday Night Football.
We didn't even give our scores for that one.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
It took up for a while.
Yeah, I know, right? I got 36-14 49ers. They're just a way better team.
What I put? I put 49ers. What I put?
You put 27-14.
27-14, 49ers.
27-10 San Fran.
I think this game's going to be surprisingly low scoring. 21-17 San Fran.
It's about exactly the same as everybody else did.
Not quite low scoring. Okay. Monday Night Football.
It's a score less than everybody
Falcons.
else.
are going to get their shit rocked by the Packers.
So coming into the season, it's never happened in NFL history that his team has lost 2 games during a year where going into the fourth quarter they were winning by more than 15 points. Never happened in NFL history. Falcons do it back to back.
Ultimate choke artists.
Their defense is not good.
Well,
Matt Ryan is
The Falcons back-to-back weeks had a 99% chance to win, and they blew it.
yeah.
According at the those
Yeah.
statistics
Their defense is bad. Their offense,
is good. It's just
it's hurt. Gage probably won't play, and Julio probably won't play.
ooh,
But Calvin Ridley's doing good.
he
Oh,
is.
really?
Calvin Ridley can't carry the whole team though, not against the Packers
Well,
offense.
sadly.
The Packers, honestly, this is gonna be a high scoring game.
Yes.
And the Falcons, I'll give the Falcons credit. They always play the Packers really hard. Even the Falcons are bad, they always do good against the Packers. I don't know why, but they always do. But I really don't know a team that could keep up with Aaron Rodgers right now. There's maybe 2 or 3.
but thanks to the Falcons choking, I won pick'ems last week.
There you go. For this game, I have the Packers winning. Aaron Rodgers is going to have another hell of a game. Continue his MVP race right there. 42-22.
What did I have?
You had 43-35.
We all have the Packers dropping 40 on the Falcons. That's insane. Yeah, 47-35 Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers will have a heyday. I think Matt Ryan will put up numbers because Matt Ryan's good. But it's just this Packers offense is so good, and they're playing a very bad Falcons team. So it'd be too much to handle.
The Packers offense has put up 122 points in the first 3 weeks.
So I don't think it's going to happen 3 weeks in a row that the Falcons are going to blow a 15-point lead, but it is going to happen 3 weeks in a row where they are going to blow a lead.
Yeah.
I have the Falcons going into the fourth quarter 37-35, right? But then scoreless, completely scoreless fourth quarter, and and the Packers are going to score 2 more times, making the final score 49-37.
Ouch. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
That is rough.
But 6 of their 7 touchdowns are going to be passes to Devontae Adams.
If that's because
Devontae Adams is going to play.
And if he doesn't, Alan Lazar.
And Aaron Jones.
It's just going to be Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones could
Actually,
get
it's
4
just going to be
touchdowns
Alan
in that
Lazar
one
because
game.
nobody has him
Yeah.
in the league.
Ben, your game's next.
Yeah, I did. The game I kind of talked about, Titans Steelers. There's been some rumors with COVID. As of right now, there's 3 Titan players who have it. Their long snapper, don't know his name. Their 3rd string defensive tackle, I've never heard of, and their 6th string corner, who I've never heard of. There actually has been talks they might push this game to Monday Night Football though. Which is actually why I suggested they should switch it into the Sunday night game, giving them more time to prepare with the COVID. But otherwise, I think Titans and Steelers are both top 10 teams right now. I think the Titans have been playing good, but they've been having to edge out every single week. And I think they're going to do just that. I have them kicking the game-winning field goal to win 30-27.
Interesting.
I also have Tennessee winning, and I have them winning off the foot of Gostkowski with 6 field goals again, but no scores otherwise. But 18-16, Tennessee.
Military's coming in, guys. I have the Steelers winning 32-14. I just think that they're they're gonna be more prepared this week, and I think that with Big Ben possibly having the chance to, go to church on Sunday, he'll play better because he has found God. And where Big Ben finds God, the Steelers will be better.
All right. I think Pittsburgh will win 24-10. I think the Titans losing even one day of practice against a really good football team will be crucial. Not to mention they also have to travel. The Titans' identity is running the football. Now, Ryan Tannehill's been good once he's left Adam Gase. He's been good with Tennessee. I will not deny that. But their identity is running the football. setting it up play action or just making things easy for Ryan Tannehill. But this front seven for the Pittsburgh Steelers is the one of, if not the best in football right now. Not to mention just their defense as a whole is really good. I think they're going to have the formula to shut down Derrick Henry, who I don't think has been phenomenal so far this year.
He was good last week.
Yeah, I mean...
120 and a pair of touchdowns.
He hasn't impressed me like King Henry.
Right, and he's getting a bunch of carries. I mean, he can handle that workload, but he gets all these yards because of the amount of carries. But I think Pittsburgh will have the formula to shut them down. I'm going to give them a 24-10 victory.
I think A.J. Brown is expected to be back for this game.
But he's still questionable.
And I think with them missing practice, I don't know if we're going to actually see
that. That's what makes me skeptical.
If they had A.J. Brown, I would say Titans get more points.
I'd agree with that, but I just don't know if they will have him. Noah, your game's next.
Yeah.
Colts at Bears. All right.
You chose this just because Mitch wasn't playing, right?
No.
Breaking my heart.
Foles Rivers, the ultimate quarterback battle.
So both defenses for these teams are very, very good. It's weird. There's just something about Nick Foles when he makes that first start that just the team just tries harder. And I can't explain it with statistics. I can't explain it with if you look at no. It's just the Nick Foles effect. It is bizarre. I can't explain it. Phillip Rivers to me hasn't been outstanding. He's been fine, not outstanding. But I think when they play an equally good defense in the Chicago defense at home, I will give the slight edge to the Bears.
Whoa, Bears starting out 4-0.
BDN will be back for at least a week. Big Dick Nick.
All right.
So for a week, 20-14, Chicago, and now they'll be talked about as the worst 4-0 team ever. Dory's just my roommate.
Colts are going to win this game.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
The Bears maybe 3-0, but
they're easily the worst 3-0 team.
They're not a good team. There's 6 3-0 teams in there. Obviously, the worst team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't really argue that.
John, don't go to bed yet. We have a lot to discuss.
You'll go next, Britta.
Oh, I didn't even say my score. Colts
25-20.
25-20. They're gonna win.
See, I think that the Bears are going to blow a lead. I think 25-26 Colts is going to be the end game.
Interesting. Hey guys, I like the Colts. I don't like Phillip Rivers all that much, but I like the Colts.
Okay, Ethan.
Hey, I actually have a real reason to not like Phillip Rivers. He was on the Chargers for like a gazillion years.
Yeah, but he's everybody's father.
He's not my father.
He's the
And for that reason, I have the Colts still winning the game.
I think he has 11 kids now.
Yeah, I think he's ready.
Yeah, he has a
But that would be
busload.
half of a football team, like half of a starting football team.
There you go. There you go.
The Rivers offense.
I do think it's going to be a close game, though. The Bears aren't horrible. The Colts defense, I think this will be the true test for the Colts defense so far. But definitely the best team they've played. But 28-24 Colts.
It's interesting. I watched the Bears play the Giants. Was it not last week before? And at the same time, I was watching. It was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I was watching the Packers game. And the Packers games were pretty much done by halftime. We're killing the Lions.
Right.
And these Bears fans went from crying to pissed to so excited to crying again to pissed again. The Bears did not play good against the Giants. That game was not a good game from the Bears.
Danny Dimes.
Well,
is
the Bears
legit.
are inconsistent.
Danny Dimes is too
Bears
legit.
are bad. Bears are bad. Bears are bad.
They're better than some of the other teams.
They're not the worst team in the league now, but they're a bottom 15 team.
They're not a top 10 pick team though. So I mean, you can't really say they're bad. They're just
They could be a top 10 pick.
they're treading the
I don't
average
think they're
line.
top 10.
I'd say.
If Bears get the 10th pick this next year, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, once they start to lose one game, it's just gonna be it's gonna get ugly
guess you're
very quick. Very quick, it's gonna get ugly.
My game I think is going to be probably the funnest game.
Yeah, I'm very interested about this matchup.
Two high-powered offenses.
Yeah.
Panthers and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I think Kyler's gonna kind of have a comeback game. He's not gonna play like fantastic, but he can't throw 3 picks against the Washington defense. Even if supposedly they're good, you just can't do
Panthers?
it.
The Panthers defense?
Yeah, no. Because last week they played the
Detroit Lions.
the Lions. I don't know.
The Lions.
It's
Surprised they didn't have that memorized down to a T.
Lions won.
Fun fact: Jeff Okudah is the 108th ranked DB out of 109 Pro Football Focus.
Fun fact, Jeff Okudah against Devontae Adams allowed a perfect passer rating, 140 yards and a pair of touchdowns. There was one play that Devontae went like this off the line and Okudah just fell over. It's so funny.
I almost wonder if Jeff Okudah, it's not like he's bad, it's just he needs to adjust to the league.
Oh, I'm sure he's just a rookie. I'm not gonna.
Having to play against Devontae Adams in your second football game
probably not
in
fun.
the NFL.
And then who they pick, and then he probably had to play Allen Robinson. That's probably not a vibe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cardinals 21-20. I think they get the comeback one.
It doesn't help that Trufont's been out, so
I think
Well,
Trufant
right.
played last week against the Cardinals, didn't he?
why do you think they won?
No.
No. I don't know. Someone Google that for me. Did Trufant play?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I have the Cardinals winning
Does,
too.
like it matters?
Right. That's what I was thinking.
I think I have the Cardinals winning 25-17, if I can guess.
Yeah.
They're the better team. I think Detroit will start off hot, probably get both their 2 touchdowns in the first half, but then they won't be able to finish.
He was out.
What was that?
He was out.
Kyler bounces back. Could be a fun, high-scoring game against Carolina's bad. Arizona at least has upside. 34-28, Arizona. Kyler Murray has, we'll say,
311 yards, a rushing touchdown, and 2 passing touchdowns.
I was going to say 3 total touchdowns.
That's fair.
I have Arizona going off. 37.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But don't worry. Panthers also do well. 37-29.
Okay.
Arizona.
All right, what's the last game?
All right. If we go back like 5 years, this game would be a shit show.
What
The
But it's
Raiders,
2020.
the Buffalo Bills against the Raiders.
This game also would have been in Oakland, but it is not.
It is not. It is in Las Vegas. Las Vegas apparently makes winners, not champions,
Just
but winners.
I want winners.
But I picked this game because I think Derek Carr, although the Raiders lost this last week against the Patriots, I think that offense is being exciting, and I think that defense is stepping up more and more within each week. So I have the game being 34-28 Buffalo.
I'm actually jumping off the Raiders hype train. I know I picked them last week against the Patriots. I feel like the Raiders' offense has been good, but if you shut down Josh Jacobs, he starts to shut down the whole offense.
And Darren Waller. Don't forget that.
And Darren Waller, which the Patriots did a good job isolating both of them. So I think the Bills have the defense to do that. I think
Very true.
I mean, Patriots put Gilmore on Waller last week. Throw it to Davis. Jordan Poyer is the highest ranked safety as of to this point. Him and Tre'Davious White in that secondary, yeah, no.
Is Micah injured?
No, he's still playing.
He's still playing? I thought Micah got injured.
So they have two amazing safeties to cover Darren Waller. Their run defense will be good enough to stop Josh Jacobs. I don't know what I have for a score, but Bills are going to win.
Hey, I just remembered something.
What do I have?
31-28.
31-28.
I just remembered something. Did Ed Oliver ever face criminal charges for his DUI?
He did not. He is still on the team.
Okay. Well,
I mean, they're already 3-0, but-
Actually, damn it.
All right. I'm not all in on Josh Allen yet. I will make that perfectly clear. Don't give me that look. I am not all in on Josh Allen. MVPs don't blow 28-3 leads. I do not care. But the fact of the matter is, he's playing a bad Raiders team, so they will win. 31-26. Excuse me. Buffalo moves to 4-0.
Who won MVP the year the Falcons went to the Super Bowl?
Matt Ryan.
So MVPs literally do blow 28-3 leads.
Yeah, he got.
But is that? But hey, that means. Hey, but you know what though? I'm sure if that means the Bills go to the Super Bowl, I'm sure Buffalo fans would not care, and then they could be 0-5 in the Super Bowl.
I really like the Bills team. I think Josh Allen is legit. Just he's grown so much as a player as he's gone on.
I can't sit. I don't want people to think I hate Josh Allen and his family.
Sounds like it.
No, okay. I will acknowledge Josh Allen has gotten progressively better, but I'm not sold on him being an MVP. So I'll establish that the progression is there. Very obviously is. Not an MVP. Not yet.
I respect your opinion because I believe it was not last week, the week before. I said I don't believe in Cam Newton yet, and I still don't believe in Cam Newton, and I will hold that opinion no matter how good Cam Newton plays.
See, Ben is one of the people that are actually still hating the Patriots.
For no reason.
But did Cam Newton have a very good game this last week?
No,
It wasn't great, but he didn't really need to.
he had a rush.
We'll see. They'll play the Chiefs, and they'll play some good opponents.
Again, that'll be the real test for how good New England could be.
It's not more so the test of Cam Newton for this. That would be the test of the whole team. Because realistically, Kansas City's defense is not like
Great.
great. I mean, it's good. It's a lot better
They
than
looked
we.
pretty good last night.
It's a lot better than we think they are. But
They have
not
have
great.
talent in a lot of places.
Yeah. Oh, is Juan Thornhill playing again?
I think so. No, Juan Thornhill is still out, I think. So I think they mentioned that yesterday in the game.
I missed that. So
Sorry, you didn't miss much in that game. So
no, I watched the.
no, I know. I'm
watched
just saying
the second
you didn't
half.
miss much in the game. So
But yeah, Josh Allen's looking great. He's made improvements after improvement after improvements. That team's looking great. I think that team's still winning the division, and I think they win this game 38-28. Josh Jacobs still has a good game though.
Oh, I hope he does have in fantasy.
Duncan has him in
Yeah, I
fantasy
do
too.
too. Yeah, 2
Ben,
touchdowns.
we get it. You have every person in fantasy.
Pretty much, yeah.
You pretty much have at least in a league anybody from the top 30 in fantasy.
One of my
sound like
one of my leagues, I'm 0-2, and I have Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, Scary Terry, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Mike Gesicki.
Did your trade go through in that league?
What?
How are you 0-2?
I started Gardner Minshew this week.
Man.
who's your other quarterback?
He doesn't have one.
Oh man.
It was Carson
You
Wentz.
with the one.
Aw.
You with the one quarterback.
Sad.
Did your trade go through for Josh Allen?
No, I tried to trade Keenan Allen, who's the 7th best receiver right now, and Darius Slayton, who's the 15th for Josh Allen, who's on this guy's bench, and he didn't take it.
Yeah, that's how I got Robbie Anderson.
And this guy too has Michael Thomas, who's hurt. He has Henry Ruggs, who's hurt. He had another guy who's hurt too. I'm like, take my trade.
And his starting quarterback's Russ.
They started Russell Wilson.
Why wouldn't you get rid of him?
He is the 1 and 2 quarterbacks.
That's I tried.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what was the trade I ended up making today? I remember.
You traded Jonathan Taylor
And Cam Newton.
for Julian Edelman and
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Oh, I forgot. I also have Zach Ertz is my tight end. Will Lutz is my kicker, and KC is my defense.
Yeah. I like the trade I made. I don't need a third quarterback. John Taylor's good, but I still have Christian.
You're going to try to get me in the front.
I was going to, but I didn't want to trade with Noah while I was playing him.
I was waiting to see who was gonna bite first on that.
I literally told Duncan I had a whole plan for it.
John, did you see the message I sent in our fantasy league? No one's untouchable on my team.
When did you send?
I just sent it in like our. See his eyes widen. I said no one is untouchable. I sent it like in the forum you can post. I said no one on my roster is untouchable. I'm 1-2 and about to be 1-3 because he's 3-0 and I'm playing him next week. So I'm about to be 1-3. So I'm going full rebuild to salvage a playoff spot. So
It's funny. So you traded Ethan. Ethan offered me a lot of those players. He offered me Julian Edelman, I think AJ Green, and somebody else for Julio.
So-
I have you all beat for what Ethan offered me.
I don't know. He had a nice offer for me too.
Well, no. Did you? How many players though?
4 players.
I have 5.
Holy shit!
For how many players did he get?
1.
what?
Who do you offer?
Boom.
So Obviously, it wouldn't be the same now because some of these players aren't working. My photo app is not working. So the trade was Julian Edelman, Mike Evans, Todd Gurley, James Conner, Antonio Gibson for Devontae Adams.
Oh yeah, so he offered me Julian Edelman, Todd Gurley, Antonio Gibson for Julio.
Yeah.
And I said no.
What
Yeah.
incarnation?
He offered me George Kittle, DJ Chark, Mike Evans.
Oh, he offered me Kittle too.
Yeah,
I almost took it.
and somebody else for D-Hop, which was like,
Oh my lord, he
no,
is.
I'm gonna drop 3 of those players anyways at
Right.
least.
See, what I was gonna redo it, and then I looked at playing him this week, and then I looked at the Packers are playing the Falcons. If Devontae, well, no, I don't know. I'm thinking about this. I was also just going to ship Ethan a couple of my garbage players that I have, like Rams. Even though Cam Akers is injured, third string running back, Mr. What's his face?
Henderson?
No,
Brown.
Henderson's Brown, Malcolm Brown. Let me down.
By the way, I love how everyone was picking up so quick in fantasy when I knew that wouldn't be a... Like, I'm watching the game like, yeah, it was an awesome first week performance, but it's not going to stay. And everyone picked him up in fantasy. I'm like, y'all are fools. And now Darrell Henderson is the #1 ranked running back in Pro Football Focus. I'm just stating that out. He's looking like the running back I thought he was going to be last year.
Aaron Jones is still #1 in fantasy, though.
Well, yeah, I like PFF.
I
I saw this. I saw
when
my
we're
friend-
talking about fantasy, no, I want to talk about fantasy. I don't care about real life.
Speaking of PFF, my friend sent me a tweet that someone said, and it was just like, actually, I can pull it up quick if you guys want to keep talking fantasy.
Hey, why don't we have an IR in our league?
I don't know. We have an
You
IR
gotta
in our
turn it
league.
on.
Can
NFL standing leagues, it's turned on, but you can turn it on. It's a reserve.
I turn it on?
Yeah.
This is from Mike Reiner, who works at PFF. Not watching the debate, just going to check their PFF grades in the morning to decide who I'm voting for. And then someone commented, Trump has more turnover-worthy plays and negatively graded throws. Lots of validity.
Who do I have on my team? Go to my team real quick. I'm gonna have to get trained.
Oh, I love it.
I'm doing something. Hold on.
Where's it
We're
at?
just getting this taken care of. We're getting the right Rams running back. Team. Actually, we'll go matchup. So then I can scroll over to you.
I will offer you Jerick McKinnon and Julio for Devontae.
I'm gonna decline.
Okay. That's not
I really don't trust Julio. Especially for, because if Devontae plays, he's going to put up points. It's just it's what it is. Because I don't think Alan Lazard's really that great. I think it's just Aaron Rodgers.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying Alan Lazard's bad, but
He's pretty good for an undrafted free agent.
yeah. And I just think it's funny, though, how Aaron Rodgers will go off, right? But he'll still only get 20 fantasy points.
Yeah, it's because Aaron Jones gets a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is still the 5th or 6th fantasy quarterback this year.
Ethan's projected to beat me by 0.6 now.
No, Hassan Whiteside tweeted, "I can't do this for 4 more years. F America, bro. I'm moving to Hawaii." Freaking retard.
Smartest guy in the world right
He
there.
literally posted that tonight at 9:30.
Oh, man.
Bye, everyone.
Let's see where he graduated in his class. See if somebody wants to remark on that.
I wonder what tutor did his homework.
Well, do you want to wrap up the actual podcast?
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, for the Tie Squad podcast, I'm Duncan.
I have lost faith in America, but I'm Noah.
I'm Ben.
And fuck America, I'm moving to Hawaii.